David's heart will be broken. It'll be too hard for them to recover from, and then Phoebe will end up alone again.
It's pretty hard to walk away from.
I shouldn't have come down on you so hard about the smoking. I was going through a really hard time in London.
So the twins and I began an arduous journey halfway around the world.
The work will not be as arduous as here, and the doctor seems to think that I can undertake it without danger.
I am sure you have many arduous and difficult tasks to perform.
A lot of strain and long, arduous combat duty.
Yeah, well, he's a soft touch for the charity cases.
Please fill this bag with a soft bog roll.
Soft bog roll?
We try to surround the children with soft textures, like in the womb. They're so soft and milky white.
Just be gentle with it.
But also we have the dolphins, who are gentle and playful and harm nothing.
Disarm the person by using gentle probing words.
She is 10 times more gentle than her mother's craft.
He's a gentle soul who prefers the company of animals to others.
Eric said stay strong. She's so beautiful and strong.
Look, I came on too strong, right?
Jeez, you're strong.
And it's a risk I don't think I'm strong enough to take.
Mighty Bisons, oh yeah, let's fight!
We'll be like Moses leading the Israelites trying to hold back the mighty falls of the Red Sea.
It's wondrous to think that of the 400 million odd sperm you're holding, one mighty swimmer might become my future child.
You know, I remember when the Leos were a proud warrior race, not sneaking around hospitals looking for weak, sickly types to suck the bone marrow from.
They know they're weak.
Weak mortals shall serve as my demon slave. He is too weak to travel far.
Then there was like a sea of dirty, smelly old men trying to get at your humble narrator with their feeble rookas and horny old claws.
Admit that you've got a heart, even though it may be small and feeble.
Your feeble skills are no match for the power of the dark side.
I am a warrior cursed with a feeble attack.
My excuse is equally feeble.
I think I enjoyed sipping tea with these frumpy matrons who wore loud polyblend.
Not too loud!
And our passion is so loud that they can hear it all the way in the distillery.
Guys, that's really goddamn loud.
It's a little loud!
She's just boisterous.
Boisterous and disgruntled.
They'll make a fine boisterous couple when they're married, Captain.
3 rather boisterous girls to prove it.
Doctor, I told you another woman was aboard, but I hardly expected you to meet her under such boisterous circumstances.
Quiet down now.
I like the quiet guy in the backseat.
I'm just having a quiet smoke.
It's so quiet and intimate. He's at the hospital and I'm going to prenatal yoga, so the house should be fairly quiet.
Here it is, peaceful, serene, boring.
Face is so serene, so at peace.
For me, Your Highness, sir, you look very serene.
His Serene Highness, Prince Albert of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, Your Majesty.
It's calming, serene.
You remember one night in the dining room, there was this young naval officer, and he was sitting near our table with 2 other officers.
Time draws near, your faith comes crumbling to the ground.
We can meet him near the cloakroom.
Good.
It'll be wonderful to have you both living so near.
McIntyre and the near record-setting reign of Intercontinental Champion Gunther here tonight.
What's it like living for the better part of a year in such close proximity with hell?
It has a proximity circuit, so please don't run.
Very close proximity, and he even remembered me from Jamaican Coffee Cafe, and he said he liked throw up, and I swear he was like...
The authors of Hooters play on our incessant need for fat and man's incessant need to be in the proximity of augmented breasts.
Now, granted, we can't rule out the robot's proximity to the death of Dr. Lanning.
Well, obviously she didn't get very far.
Rachel, as far as your father goes, he and I don't always see eye to eye.
Awake far too soon.
Sorry, this has gone too fast.
You're too far up on your high horse.
You are cold and distant when we do have to interact.
She's a distant relative of mine.
You've just been a bit distant lately.
But as a result of the destruction of Vulcan, your Starfleet began to aggressively search distant quadrants of space.
This war will be fought not on the frontier or on some distant battlefield.
It's not wet enough.
Why is it whenever he's around I'm all wet?
Your point, beyond just trying to make Chase wet himself, seems to be that the hospital faces liability here.
I would kill for a wet spot.
You have to get them wet first.
If there is such a thing, I feel saturated by it.
I saturated the Earth with 2 units of plasma taken from our blood bank.
Why?
When we reduce the dietary intake of saturated fats, does the level in our sink, which we would expect to go down? Now, we know that very long-chain saturated fats are made up of carbon atoms. Very long-chain saturated fats are introduced by what we eat.
Last time I saw you, you left me high and dry in some Fleabag motel in the middle of the night.
I washed it and I tried to dry it in the microwave, so I think it shrunk a little bit. I'll send it to the dry cleaners.
The dry cleaners who destroyed another blouse today at the gardener who keeps overwatering the lawn.
How about you work my stick while I dry?
The Southwest, this huge rainforest eventually gives way to expansive arid grasslands that stretch to the horizon in all directions.
My nefarious loins slather every protuberance with arid zeal.
The entire thing seemed completely absurd, arid, and empty.
Each year, we celebrate Asteroid Day, commemorating September 23rd, 3007 BC, when the arid plains meteorite made Earth impact.
A cool drink of Cheyenne spring water after a long gallop across the golden arid prairie.
They're bright red and very sweet.
You shine so bright.
You shine the brightest on the big stage under the bright lights.
I'm just saying, when tragedy strikes, we have to look on the bright side.
I took you for a bright woman.
We head straight to the house, looking confident and radiant, so Hobart gets a good look at everything he missed out on, okay?
You look positively radiant.
Elegant, cultured, radiant.
A glowing, radiant day in your life.
Do I make this out to Deirdre Chambers or Radiant Cosmetics?
It's so dark, Peter.
Something dark, that's destroying him.
I used to think it was AIDS, but it's just that I have a morbid fear of the dark and you turned my nightlight off.
Come on, V, you have to admit it's a little bit dark him having to go to Mum and Dad with the begging bowl.
Right, except for the whole tall, dark, and handsome thing.
You come into a bar, you read some obscure passage, and then pretend you pawn it off as your own idea just to impress some girls.
It's so obscure yet so simple.
That's pretty fucking obscure.
But the leaves are so thick, they obscure our satellite views.
The reference here is very obscure.